For people using religion as an arrogant advantage, what makes you think you're above someone just because you're newly reintroduced to a tradition? In various Vedic lores, certain Jiva souls, they try to they try to barter, and they try to negotiate with the higher predecessorial spirits, quote unquote, slash God, end quote. Be my devotee for this many lives because you did that. Now you have to pay penance. So even if you are a Vaishnavite wearing all that shit, that doesn't necessarily mean you're at a certain rank. We all have to pay penance no matter what. And with saying that, I don't really give a fuck about the truth coming on or off. It is what it is on a different level. And, if, and it's just a theory, but it's like, what if a certain division of the quote unquote, background CIA, end quote unquote, of course, end quote, what if a certain division and their high initiations, they know they're a different type of fucking Vaishnavite, a whole different one, because all of it is in service to God and all of it is quote unquote controlled by God, end quote, right? So within that, a certain high initiatory rank of them, quote unquote, end quote, they could be a certain one of them, they could be a different context of a servant of God, end quote. And the ones, because everything's backwards. So since everything is backwards, that's the thing. You have to be my devotee for this many lives. You're reincarnating. Now you have a certain level of amnesia. You forgot. You're still working on your fucking some scars. This is basic fucking shit, dude. It's basic ass cause and effect karmic shit, though. And for me to just simplify it, it's a fucking miracle. Because just because you're wearing that shit, that doesn't necessarily mean you're not in God's order and you're not working out your own karmas. You still have your own some scars to keep working on. Everyone is a servant of God. They just forgot. And it's up to the high initiations within certain organizations to realize that they are a servant of God or not, because everyone is a servant of God. They just forgot it, and they're regardless of the organization, they're still on their surface level kiddie pool of them forgetting some shit and then remembering some shit and then paying penance for some shit, because even an enemy of God could reincarnate into a devotee of God. So it doesn't necessarily mean if you're representing and claiming you're this religion or not. No, it's just you and your fucking karmic relationship with God, and now you reincarnated, and now you're using that as a fucking you're using that as a sleeve to fucking try to attempt to justify your inorderly behaviors, because everybody is a servant of God. Thank you very much.